Hello again, everybody. This is Dan Clouser, and welcome back to the Journey My Mother's Son podcast. Today I'm joined with my favorite guest, my beautiful wife, Sandy, who hasn't been on the show for a while, but we just got back from a trip up into Canada for our first time out of the country in our RV travels, and just wanted to give a little recap. We're actually sitting in the campsite at Knoebels Amusement Park. And wanted to give our friends a little recap of our trip to Canada. So, honey, thanks for joining me on the show today.
Thank you.
So, I was in Canada in 1987. My only trip there. You were never in Canada.
No.
So, what did you think? We only spent a few days there. We were only actually in Canada from Thursday to Sunday. But we really packed a lot of stuff in. So what was your first impression of Niagara Falls?
It was just beautiful.
I know, we first got up there on a Monday.
So we were actually on the New York side of it, Niagara Falls first.
Yeah, I went to Niagara Falls, New York first, and spent a lot of time there. 2 days. We're actually at the park, and everybody talks about how much cooler the Canadian side is, and I absolutely agree with that. I think the Canadian side, just from the vantage point that you get from the falls, from the Canadian
it's more
side,
clear for the view.
Yeah, but I'm definitely glad we did the New York side because we had some of our friends and family say don't even bother going to the New York side, but I would absolutely disagree with that.
I would too.
Take them both in.
Both were great. I enjoyed walking the first day in New York at Niagara Falls. I have never been at Niagara Falls in general, either side, and walking around Goat Island that day, the first day, was just breathtaking.
Yeah, it was. It
was a lot of walking we did.
We took Uke with us. We walked about 4 miles, and obviously he was greeting as many people as he could and trying to get as many pets as he could. And he really enjoyed walking around that area as well. And then when we were in New York State, we stayed at 4 Mile Creek State Park, which was right on the shores of Lake Ontario. A really beautiful state park and campground. There is about 20 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Yeah, and I would recommend if anyone wants to camp, that's amazing, that place. The only downfall was we went in the beginning of the week and we did not have the shuttle service to Niagara Falls like they say because it only happens on the weekend. So we were kind of disappointed, but we Ubered in and we managed.
Yeah. Yeah, but from Niagara Falls to the campground, it was like 10 degrees cooler at the campground because of the constant breeze off of Lake Ontario.
We got to see many beautiful sunsets there at the campground.
Sunset over Lake Ontario was amazing. Still not as beautiful as the sunsets in Arizona. And so far, I think they still hold the gold medal for most beautiful sunsets in Arizona. But
I highly recommend that campground.
Lake Ontario is definitely high on the list. And it was pretty cool at sunset. There's a big open field by the lake.
Like a big picnic area, but a park.
There were probably 50 or 60 people that came out around sunset just to some had lawn chairs, some were standing there. Some were trying to keep their dog from barking and going crazy the entire time. Every time we saw another dog, that was us. So we were mobile during the sunset, trying to keep Uke from going absolutely nuts every time another dog came up.
And then right across, you could see Toronto, you said. Yeah,
you can see Toronto from 4 Mile Creek State Park on a clear day. The first day we were there, I didn't see it. Because it was a little overcast.
It was probably the air quality again with the fires. But
the second day, you could see it, which was pretty awesome.
But then, yeah,
the falls,
it's just breathtaking. I mean, to know how that was created.
Yeah, I mean, it was. We did the Cave of the Winds, which I think was probably the best attraction, so to speak, that we did, and that was on the New York side.
I think. I mean, they were all great tours that we did in our packages, but that one just stuck out because that's the one we got drenched on.
Yeah, it didn't start out great because I got crapped on by a seagull the minute we walked into the open air area, but then after that it got better. But yeah, I got totally soaked, and to be that close to the falls and really kind of comprehend the power of the water was just like you're just in awe. I mean, just what was it? They say 600,000 gallons of water go over the falls every second, which is just mind-numbing to try to comprehend that amount of water. So, but it was an absolutely amazing experience for us, and we loved being up in Canada, and we're looking forward to getting there again. We're going to be in Alaska next year, and just wanted to give everybody a real quick recap here.
But as far as the Canada, the Canadian side was wonderful too. I mean, we did the tours on the Canadian side. We did our own walk around on the New York side, but there was just many things I would have never thought I would try. As far as the tours, like the aero car, that was just mind blowing too. Going across,
it was awesome.
I think through this, I've kind of tackled my fear of heights.
Cool. We'll talk about it a little bit more in more detail in another episode, but just wanted to give everybody a quick update. And for those out there listening, be sure to check out my other blogs and podcasts at journeymymotherson.com. And honey, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk about this real quick. And like I said, we'll talk about it some more later.
You're welcome. And part 2 will follow.
Yep.